Hey my friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Melissa and I have for you 5 meal ideas that are super easy, very delicious, and we're getting into crock pot season, so it's great for the cooler weather that's coming. So let's go ahead and get into the kitchen and see what's for dinner. This was Sunday night, so you know it is easy meal night for me. Let me know what your favorite frozen pizza is. Ours is Tombstone. We just have always liked Tombstone. I like to cook mine a little bit extra done with some ranch on the side. This night we had chicken stew over rice, and I'm not gonna go into too much detail about how I make it because I made this for a collab that I was in, and I will put the info card up above as well as the video link for this meal. And there's actually one more meal in this video for the crockpot collab. But this is just a meal that I used to make all the time when my kids were younger because it was something that they used to have at school that they really liked. So I just figured out a way to make it, and hadn't made it in a really long time, but this is so easy to put together and set it and forget it. And when you get home, your house smells delicious, make you some rice, and you have a delicious meal that took no time as far as your effort. But anyway, like I said, I will have the video link to this in the description box, so make sure to go check it out. I always serve this over rice, and I love using jasmine rice. Then I made some green beans and some garlic bread, and that was what was for dinner this night. Very delicious. My family loves this meal. My husband had asked for chicken fajitas, and they're pretty straightforward. I just cut up a bell pepper, I cut up an onion, and then I put it in a skillet with the John Foles chicken or whatever chicken strips that you want to use, and just add taco seasoning, probably about what would be the equivalent of a packet of fajita seasoning or taco seasoning, and just cook it until it's all done. I shredded up some cheese. I also had some cheese sauce that I'd gotten from Sam's or Costco, and I served it with some chips. And this was very simple and very delicious. Tonight we're having pinto beans, and so I'm gonna put them on to soak. Didn't put them on last night before bed, so I'm gonna put them on this morning, or not put them on, just let them soak for a few hours, and then I'll start cooking them this afternoon. I'm only making half a bag because it's just going to be and my husband. All right, these have been Okay, these have been soaking for about 4.5 to 5 hours. So I'm gonna drain the juice or drain the water and refill it with, I'm gonna put water in it, but I'm also gonna put a can of beef consomme in it. I have just had, I don't know, a hankering for some pinto beans. And you know, my mom, when she used to cook this, she really didn't put anything in it except salt and pepper and maybe some garlic powder. So I'm not adding too much. I don't know if I'm gonna add salt. I'm gonna wait to add the salt since I did use the beef consomme. But all I'm gonna add is some pepper and some garlic. And I don't have a ham hock, so I will probably add a little bit of sausage link, like Cajun sausage, for my husband, because he'll probably want some kind of meat. But anyway, this is all I'm doing to it. I'm just gonna stir it, and I have it on, I guess, a medium-high heat until it comes to a boil. Then I'll turn it to a simmer, but I am kind of limited on time because my appointment took longer than what I expected. So I'm gonna cook it on kind of a high medium heat. So anyway, let me go ahead and add some sausage. And the only thing that I'm serving with this is some cornbread. Now, my mom always made skillet cornbread, but my husband prefers Jiffy, and Jiffy is easier. So I'm just gonna make some Jiffy cornbread. But anyway, I'm gonna let these beans cook for a few hours. Do you eat pinto beans? And if you do, how do you eat them? I love putting fresh cut onions, fresh diced onions on mine. And just a little secret, I actually add ketchup to mine. I know that's weird, but it is what it is. Dinner this night was creamy tortellini chicken soup. And this was another one of those meals that I did for that crock-pot collaboration. So again, I'm not going to go into each step-by-step detail, but I am going to remind you that I'm going to put the link for the recipe that I followed very loosely. I followed this recipe very loosely, but I will also put a link to the video, or the video that I did with both this soup and the chicken stew over rice. But this is one of those meals that really is very easy to put together. And I'm even thinking about doing a video of like freezer meals, and this is probably gonna be one of them because every time I make this, we really enjoy it. So it would be really nice to have a bag of this in the freezer ready to go. So if I have to, work one day and I didn't have time to put dinner together, I can just grab it out of the freezer and stick it in the crock pot. So anyway, this is one of those meals that you don't have to really put too much thought in, but it's really, really delicious and it's very filling. So I served ours with some cornbread, and you can put on top of it whatever you want. If you want to add a little cheese or a little sour cream, maybe some parsley. You can even serve it with garlic bread versus the cornbread. But anyway, that's just how I did it, and it was really very good. It also, I forgot about the spinach. It does have the spinach in it, and I'm not a huge fan of spinach, but I can definitely eat spinach this way because I make sure it gets nice and wilted, and I'm getting my greens in, so that's good because honestly, I don't really eat that many vegetables. Let me know in the comments, what's your favorite vegetable? Don't really have a favorite vegetable, but if I can put it where it kind of gets hidden, I'm like a little child. I'll eat it that way, but this is what it looks like. Very delicious, and definitely a make again meal. It's Saturday and LSU has an away game, so we're at home, so I decided to make bacon cheeseburger sliders with some potato salad. So I got my potatoes cooking. I start off with making some bacon for the sliders, and then I cooked the onion in the bacon grease. I got these slider patties from Sam's, and they were actually on sale, so I definitely grabbed those up. I enlisted my husband to flatten them out a little bit because I knew if I didn't, they'd be little meatballs on our sliders. but I season them with this jalapeno popper seasoning and get them cooking in that bacon and onion grease. This is definitely not a healthy meal, but it sure is good. I also season the burgers with some garlic. I do have this garlic butter that I put on the top of the slider rolls, and then I put garlic aioli on the inside. Then I start putting the meat patties on each of the pieces of bread, and it's just me and my husband, so we're just eating 2 each. Then I put the pepper jack cheese on, then I put the bacon on top of that. After the bacon comes those yummy grilled onions. I put the grilled onions on each one, and then after the green onions, I just top it with each little top part of the bread with that butter on top, and then I stick it in the oven until the butter is melted. And this was the sliders with that potato salad. These were so good. My goodness, I love that garlic aioli. Anyway, that is my week's meals that we had. I hope that some or all of them gave you some kind of ideas for what you want to add to your meal planning. And if you're new to my channel, I would love it if you would click that subscribe button and click the bell button so you don't miss any of my videos. And don't forget to check out the crock pot video that I have listed on the screen right now, as well as some more dinner meal planning ideas. And I will see you next time. Bye.